Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our pre-market podcast and show hot stocks for the day, where we are going into the biggest names that I have on the watch list, trying to build a trading plan for the day. Today, big day, Fed day, and bulls and bears are waiting to see what the hell Fed is going to do. On March 23, 2020, Fed said, "We will do whatever it takes." So they did it. They basically pushed the market, bring liquidity into the market, pushing the market, Nasdaq new all-time highs, SP 500 new all-time highs. So they did it. Now, what we want to hear from Fed, are they going to keep pumping the market and pushing the market higher? Or are they going to switch the gears and flip the policy? No one can really anticipate and know what the hell is going to happen next. So let's look into the charts. Let's see and build a trading plan. If then else, if we keep the ball on with the Fed holding pushing back the liquidity back into the market, we should resume into new all-time highs. But if they change the policy, then we can have a big further correction ahead. So not trying to flip coins, giving you the trading plan, and let's see the biggest names and the charts that I have for you today. So one of the names that I have on the watch is Apple. Apple yesterday had an event. Everyone was looking for a possible new iPhone. Didn't came. We had iWatch, we had iPad news. But the biggest change, in my opinion, it was on the subscription service. And that can bring some upside on the long term. But now what we want to see how the stock is going to handle from yesterday action. We had some selling pressure yesterday after the event. Nothing big, okay? Stock didn't fall apart. It actually held the $113-$114 area. So right now on the pre-market around 116. And what I want to see next, I want to see if the stock is able to break above yesterday highs. So I have here a trigger. 119 is where I will be looking for longs, okay? 119 yesterday, I had 121. Right now, reduce my trigger. 119 is the trigger to bring me active on the name and looking for longs. Stock coming from oversold conditions, trying to give here a bull cross, but needs a trigger. Trigger 119, in my opinion, it will trigger longs. In other hand, we have on the other side, we have possible downside, but for possible downside, we need below yesterday lows. We need below 113. So below 113, we have 109, the 50-day moving average, and we have 106 gap to fill. So that's the trading plan here that I'm looking. If then else. We have Fed at 2 p.m. That can be a game changer, and we need price to tell us what the hell is going to happen next. So above 119 brings me active. Below 113 can have a pullback into 109, 106 levels to watch. AMD, another one. Yesterday I got some calls just out of the gate. It was a beautiful trade. Closed a bit too soon, but happy with the profits. So very nice cash flow. Got some calls, out of the money calls. 80 strike. They got actually in the money, going into $80.33. Closed near 79. I also got some longs with some shares. I locked profits on both. One of the things that I always try to do is to manage my risk, and I don't like to hold too many positions going into a big event as we are seeing today with the Fed. So I reduce a bit the risk. I locked my profits. Very happy with the cash flow, but I'm waiting and looking for a possible re-entry here. So what will be the next trigger in my opinion? 81.5. Okay. Above 81.5 it will trigger longs, and in my opinion AMD can make a big move. Once again, keep seeing bullish options activity on the name, pumping going into 2021, looking for possible upside going forward. But once again, we need to see it breaks above 81.5, it will trigger longs. Bear case scenario, in my opinion, needs below 50-day moving average, needs below 74. Why? Below that we have a big gap to fill, and we can have a further correction. But once again, the oscillator coming from oversold, and looking for a possible upside next couple of sessions. So keep it on your watch for possible upside continuation. Another one that I had to watch list is Calix. Why? I'm seeing a possible bull case scenario with a bullish divergence here with price fading, but the oscillator starting printing a bullish divergence. Now what? Now we need price confirmation. Where is price confirmation? Above 19.6. Breaks above 19.6, seeing a possible resume back into $21. So possible more than 10% stock move here in next couple of sessions. If we break above 19.6, more than 10% stock move in my opinion. So keep it on your watch. Calix can be the next mover. Shui. Another name, we have been in the past very active on Shui. Why I'm bringing this stock to your attention? Because we are near the 50-day moving average, and in the past Shui was a great buying near the 50-day moving average. So what we want to see, we want to see if the stock is able to recover $55. If it's able to recover $55, it can be a good mid-long-term trade here for upside. The stock coming from oversold right now, so it can give a short-term scalp bounce. Yesterday I also saw some bullish options activity on the name, so can go all the way to $58-$59 in the short mid-term. So keep it on your watch. Above 55, in my opinion, it's a long into $58-$59. So keep Shui on your watch. DocuSign also trying to look for some upside, but we need a trigger. The trigger is 214. Breaks above 214, in my opinion, it will trigger longs. So keep it also DocuSign on your watch. Etsy trying to hold here. The stock basically doing nothing, but the oscillator actually trying to go up. So we need a trigger. What is the trigger for the longs? 119. Breaks above 119, in my opinion, big move up. So keep it on your watch. Breaks above 119 can bring a big move up in next couple of sessions. Breaks below 108, that's my support line, then we can fall apart going below $100. But once again, we need to see it. Fast line, another one that I had to the watch list. Why? Yesterday saw bullish options activity on the name, and the oscillator also giving some bull cross here and a possible reversal bounce. But we need a trigger. What is the trigger? 88. Above 88 can go all the way. We have a big gap here to fill, can go all the way into $100. So keep fast lie on your watch. Breaks above 88 can go all the way into $100. So keep it on your watch. Another one, it's grow generation, and actually very bullish on this name. Coming from oversold conditions, the oscillator already bouncing up. The stock yesterday bring me long. Actually, I bought some shares at $15.20, and looking for upside here on the next couple of sessions. So what can be the targets? Near $70-$80. I believe we can have a move all the way into the $18. So keep it on your watch. This is a fast mover as we saw in the past, so it can fuel move back into the $70-$80. So keep it on your watch. Another name that I have on the watch is Kensington Capital Acquisition. And looking for possible resume backup, but going into the 20s. But once again, we need to see it. So also keeping a possible bull case scenario on Kensington going into $20 area. Moderna. On Monday, I got some calls here playing for upside. I closed those calls way too soon. Those calls gone way deep into the money, more than 100% profits. But I was very happy with the cash flow. So I'm trading for a living. I'm trading for cash flow. So that's the most important thing. But I'm very happy to see that some traders held the position and they locking very nice profits. So the question that I'm receiving right now is, now what? I held the position, now what? After such a big move, I got in on Monday, okay, near the open. I got some calls right after the market open. Day 1, day 2. Today we are going on day 3. On day 3, on day 2 and 3, you trim profits. So trim 1/3 of the position after the market open, raise the stops on the rest, and keep rolling and managing the longs while the momentum lasts. The next bull case scenario is above $71. That can fuel a big move up. But once again, we need to see it. The easy part of the trade, in my opinion, already gone. It was a beautiful entry on Monday. Now needs above $70, 71. If it goes above 71, I will be looking for possible heading new longs for a move into the 80s. But once again, we need to see it. Right now, keep trimming 1/3 of the position, raise the stops on the rest, and keep riding the momentum while it lasts. Yesterday, Roku. I got some calls. It was a beautiful one. Right out of the gate, I got some calls. I had some more calls. I had a big size on that one. And I locked my profits for a very nice cash flow. And the trade resumed back up. I closed a bit too soon, but I was heavy, okay? So I had a big size and locking very nice profits intraday and generate very nice cash flow. If you trade for a living, you're looking for generate cash flow, and don't marry with the trade, and don't hold the bag for too long, especially when you are heavy. And I got some calls after the market open. I jumped and had some more, so I was heavy on this one, biggest size, and I locked my games. Now what? Now the stock needs above $170. That's the big level. Breaks above 170, go back into 180. Staying bullish on the mid-long term. Possible upside and may breaking before the end of the year, breaking above 185. But be careful on this one. This is a wild horse. So be careful on this one. But above $170, if it goes above and stays above, can go all the way into $180. So keep it on your watch. Tesla, what a big run. We had a trigger on Monday from $400. From $400 yesterday, it 461.9, and it was a big move up. So the big question that I'm receiving right now is, now what about Tesla? We had a big 2 days move. Today on the pre-market, the stock it's a 454. So can it resume back up? Yes, it can go break and make new all-time highs. This is a big runner. So I'm not chasing this one. The in my opinion, it was on Monday. Can it go higher? Yes, it can. It's above 462 and can go all the way to $500. Seeing bullish options activity on the next. But it, from a risk managed perspective, it's very risky to chase this one. So be careful here. If you are long, trim 1/3 of the position after the market open. Raise the stops on the rest. If the stock and the momentum keeps going with the bigger short squeeze ahead, you can keep riding, raise your stops, and keep riding the momentum while it lasts. Because from 1 minute to the other, this should pull back going forward. But for now, yes, it's very bullish, and I'm scary to short here, but I prefer to stay out. The easy part of the trade, in my opinion, and the perfect entry was on Monday. Right now, it's a very risky game. So where we stand, I gave you some of the names that I'm looking. We are going to have Fed at 2 p.m. That can be a game changer, okay? And we are seeing that the market right now holding the bag on the long term. On March 23, 2020, Fed said we will do whatever it takes, and they pushed the market into new all-time highs. We are holding on SPY, we are holding above the 50-day moving average. That's a big level, okay? And for the bull case, we need continuation. So the trigger for the longs on SPY above 342.7, breaks above 342.7 can fuel a big move up. Trend change will need below the 50-day moving average, below 332.6. Why? If you notice, the big March 2020 correction started with SPY and SP 500 and Nasdaq below the 50-day moving average. So for a big correction, we need below the 50-day moving average. Otherwise, if we go above 342.7, shorts will be forced to cover the positions, in my opinion, and it can fuel a big move up. What we need to hear first from the Fed. If they keep the same policy and say that, basically say, we Fed have your back. So, and if they keep pumping liquidity into the market should resume into new all-time highs. But if they change the policy, then we can have a trend change. The bull case scenario keeps intact for now while we are above 50-day moving average. For a trend change, we need an event, okay? On March, it was COVID-19. Right now, what will be the event? No one can really predict. I'm not flipping coins here. We keep the bull case until we have a switch, an event that changed the sentiment on the market. Right now, we didn't have it, okay? Can we have it? Yes, anything can happen on the market, but we need to see it. If Fed say, we will continue to do whatever it takes, SPY above 342.7, it will trigger a big move up, okay? Same thing with SP 500 cash. It's exactly the same thing. Let's push here on SP 500 cash. If it breaks above 34.25, it can trigger a move all the way to 3500. Looking for Nasdaq, also keeping the ball on the bull camp with holding the 50-day moving average. If you notice, the bear case scenario on March started with the Nasdaq below the 50-day moving average. We are holding above the 8 and 21 and 50-day and 200-day moving average. So on the short and mid-long term, we are bullish, okay? Needs continuation, needs above Nasdaq, needs above 11,600. If it breaks above 11,600, should resume back into new all-time highs. But once again, we need to see it. Bear case needs below the 50-day moving average to roll over and do something like this. It all depends, in my opinion, on the Fed. Manage your risk wisely. Having volatility names in case volatility pops up after the Fed. So anything can happen, but it depends on what the Fed is going to say. If they keep the policy intact, we should resume back into new all-time highs. If they change, and no one can really predict if they are going to change the policy or not. If they change the policy, then the market can have a big downside. But if they change the policy, it's not something that will take one day. It will take several days and weeks going into October. But once again, no one can really predict. For now, what we know from Fed, we got your back. We will do whatever it takes to support the market. And they are doing it. So the mid-long term traders holding right now the long case pretty much intact. So let's wait to see 2 p.m. Stay safe, manage your risk wisely. In doubt, stay in cash, wait for the levels to break. If the levels break above, you go long. If the market roll over, you have volatility names VXX, VXY, SQQ. You have puts also on SPY, the cubes, and IWM for possible downside. But for now, we're keeping the bull case intact. Let's wait to see. Bulls and bears all years waiting to see what the hell Fed is going to do next. But for now, Fed has been holding the bag for the bulls, and they are riding the bull train. So be careful trying to short here, and let's wait for 2 p.m. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Don't miss the next episode. Give us a like, leave your comments below, and wish you all a great trading. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye everyone. See you.